Welcome to the Epcotian Adventure,
a podcast where we'll talk about all things Disney, but we're Epcot-centered.
including tips and tricks, festivals and favorites, and the very latest in our rankings and reviews.
But we're still old enough to remember when chicken strips at the Electric Umbrella were our favorite Epcot snack.
This is episode 72, 7 popular Epcot snacks and what to try instead.
Or, why yes, there are better snacks than Mickey pretzels.
Boy, that's the truth. Now, please remain seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the podcast as we embark on our Epcotian adventure. Howdy, folks, and welcome to episode 72 of the Epcotian Adventure. I'm Rod.
And I'm Sue.
And today we're going to be taking a nice little trip into Epcot Snacks.
We are.
First,
There's something first.
there's a couple things first.
Do tell.
If you're looking at YouTube or Instagram or Facebook, you've probably noticed we have a new logo.
Da-da-da-da!
Thank you, Mr. Evan, for creating or updating our logo for us.
Yes.
I think we
it
talked
just got
about
a little spruce.
Oh, yeah, we'd like a spruce.
Spruce is unnecessary.
Hey, you never turned down a spruce. She's right.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
It is. We love it. We've been talking about unveiling a new logo for a while now. It was going to come out with the top of season 2, and we got a little delayed. But here it is, and we are excited to have it front and center. So we hope you like it too.
And in just a couple days on July 17th, Disneyland's birthday. Happy birthday. 69th birthday for Disneyland. That is
Crazy.
wow. I remember going to the 25th when I was a children. Oh, with our brother Paul. Anyway, okay. The Country Bear Musical Jamboree will be opening back up at the Magic Kingdom. So, didn't we talk about that in a recent episode, sis?
You know, I think we did. I believe that was episode number 49, where we made our predictions of what the Country Bears would be singing in the new show.
Well, we have seen the new show.
On YouTube. We haven't gotten to
And-
experience it firsthand yet.
I have to say I approve. As an old bear band lead, I am proud of our bears.
I have to say I was skeptical. When I saw the song list, I was very skeptical. Having seen it in action in the show, it's fun.
It's fun. And let's take a look at what we thought the bears were going to be singing and who is singing them and what actually is happening in the new show.
I like it.
So the song that opens the show is a brand new song. We thought it might be The Bare Necessities because that was the one they had already said was going to be coming out, but turns out no, the new song at the beginning is a new song, literally. Supposedly written by Henry, according to the backstory, but
Well, why would they lie about that?
exactly. He is very talented. But it is just an intro song. Actually, I think it's probably called the Country Bear Musical Jamboree.
I believe it is, yeah,
like a
because he repeats
self-titled,
that, yeah.
So Gomer plays along with them, but doesn't have his own song that I could figure out.
I was
so
a little sad about that, because I
yeah.
really like Gomer.
I was hoping Pianjo would kind of come back, but
Yeah.
Oh, well.
And I had him pegged to do Down in New Orleans.
Well, that would have
from
been so
Princess and
awesome.
the Frog, so I can't really tell what he's playing under the opening intro.
probably when we see it live, we'll be able to figure it out a little better. But
Maybe, and he may just be doing some little melody and chord situation to
Yeah.
get us into the opening song, so.
Well, the next song is Trixie with the Sunbonnets. They are singing Try Everything from Zootopia.
That caught me off guard. As you know, listening to our episode about our favorite Disney songs from Disney films, that was both of our top song. So to have it in the show is a really fun surprise.
Yeah, I had originally thought it was going to be He's a Tramp,
And I had them pegged to sing I Won't Say I'm in Love from Hercules.
which would have been really cool, but we didn't score on that one. Next is Romeo McGraw, who was Liverlips McGraw, but I guess Liverlips is, no longer Liverlips. He's Elvis now. He sings Kiss the Girl from Little Mermaid. I had Burning Love from Lilo and Stitch.
And I had Life is a Highway from Cars. And Kiss the Girl is a fun choice for him. If I was going to be assigning Kiss the Girl, I would have assigned it to the dude, because he's sort of the romantic bear who sings about his love interests. So
If you
that's
can't
what
buy
I
it,
would have
don't
done.
growl.
Yeah. But they gave it to Romeo. That's fun.
Speaking of Ernest the Dude, he gets to do just a musical number. Doesn't sing, but he does Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. So we get half a point because we actually had said, Big Al should sing that.
I still think Big Al should sing that.
That's from Mary Poppins, of course. I had him doing Everybody Wants to be a Bear, a takeoff of Everybody Wants to be a Cat from Aristocats.
And I had him doing On My Way from Brother Bear.
Which also would have been awesome. I'm surprised there were no Brother Bear songs.
I know, right?
Maybe
they thought that was too on the nose.
I don't know. I mean, Bear Necessities. That's a big bear nose right there. Teddy and Wendell sing a duet next, and they do Whole New World from Aladdin.
That one surprised me. And after seeing the show, it still surprises me.
Yeah, I had them doing On My Way from Brother Bear.
And I had them doing Beauty and the Beast, Tales All of Time, which I still think would have been a much better choice for them, and it would have been so funny.
With Wendell's kind of that kind of drawl he's got in his voice, it would have been perfect for Beauty and the Beast. I think.
And he's got that cute little overbite. And, I mean, he's a mess. It would have been really fun.
Terrence the Shaker comes up and sings Fixer Upper from Frozen.
That was fun. I didn't see that coming. That was a fun choice.
Sue and I both agreed on this one. We thought it was going to be Why Should I Worry from Oliver and Company.
Still say that that's a better choice, but I'm not mad about Fixer Upper.
Big Al, you think he's going to start doing Blood on the Saddle, which is what I thought he might do. No, he does Remember Me from Coco. And at first,
seeing this on the song list, it actually made me a little angry, because Remember Me is a very sweet, very sentimental song, and to make it be the comedy of the show made me a little mad. However,
it's seeing
no spoilers, but how they did it was actually very cute, and it was good. They did it well.
Yeah, I thought Blood on the Saddle and Sue had the best idea ever, which was...
I had Big Al singing Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Still maintain that would have been a better idea, but...
that would have been fantastic. Or have him end with that even. Start with Remember Me and then at the end maybe come out and do that, but well. Maybe
have him try to sing along with Ernest the Dude.
Henry and Sammy come up next and do You've Got a Friend in Me from Toy Story.
And again, we get half a point from this.
Yep, that's right.
Well, we get a full point for this.
Sue nailed this one.
Because I did have him singing You've Got a Friend in Me.
That was the only one out of all of these that we got exactly right. I had Hakuna Matata, which was a take on, of course, Hakuna Matata from Lion King.
So cute.
But yeah, Sue gets a full point for that, and good job, Sue.
Thank you.
We got it right. Yay!
1.5 so far.
The finale ends up being Bare Necessities, of course, from the Jungle Book, the one they released on YouTube prior to the opening and the whole show coming out to the public. I thought they might end with Life is a Highway from Cars.
And I went way out on a limb and had them ending with We're All in This Together from High School Musical.
That would have been absolutely frightening because somewhere a parade would have broken out.
It's true.
Yeah.
Bare Necessities actually does work better as the finale than it would have as the opener. So kudos to them for that. So that is super fun. I can't wait to see it in person. We ended up getting 1.5 points. So we'll take that as a win.
Yeah. I'm surprised we got any of them right, actually.
I mean, given the sheer volume of Disney songs that are out there, it's pretty good that we nailed 2 of them.
Well, the fact that you jokingly came up with Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious as one of the songs, I never thought that would actually be one. Even as an instrumental, it's brilliant for that show.
I love the way they used it too, so that's really fun. Yeah. And again, no spoilers.
No spoilers.
As far as how it's used,
really fun.
I just wanted to point out while we're talking about the Bears that I don't know that we've ever really called this out, but Rod being a former lead on Bear Band, the opening to every one of our episodes where we do the Howdy Folks, that's a little callback to Henry at the beginning of the show.
It is. That's where that started.
We've never really pointed that out.
I don't think we have. That's really funny. I never thought about that. And but the Howdy Folks,
it's still part of the show.
From Bears. Yeah, it is. That's right.
Yeah,
it's in the new
Henry
show.
Still starts the show that way. So I just wanted to kind of call that out while we're talking about Bears.
That just made me smile. I hadn't even thought about that. Thank you.
It's been a while since we've actually thought about what we say, but yeah, every single episode. So yay. So, okay, let's get on to the actual episode and talk about Epcot Snacks.
Love snacks.
We love snacks. We love Epcot. I mean, it's just a natural pairing, right?
Well, snacks are shareable, and they're mini meals between the big meals, which you can get all over Epcot. Thank heavens, during the festivals, you can get snacks everywhere. Right now, of course, is Diet Epcot until Food and Wine Festival starts in late August, which seems weird considering how far into July they had been pushing it every year.
Yeah.
The fact that it's starting in late August now leaves us without festival booths all summer long.
Well, they're still there.
They're there.
They're just empty and naked. It's
and
very
sad.
weird.
Yeah.
So the basis of this is that all the snacks are good snacks. If it's a snack you like, it's a great snack. Get that one. But we want to take some of the more popular snacks and then recommend something that might be something new that you would try instead of getting that more popular one. Is that a fair assessment there?
Yeah, that's perfect.
So we are not including festival snacks in this. These are ones that you can get year-round.
Mm-hmm.
And we wanted to make sure to do that so that even if you're there during this Diet Epcot time, that you can still partake of any of these. So an example of what we're doing is a turkey leg would be a popular option from the U.S. Pavilion, from the America Pavilion. And instead of that, we might recommend that you would do
literally anything else.
Yeah, truly.
Yeah, turkey legs are just salty licks. Turkey legs are just not my favorite. But
I don't really know anyone who enjoys them, really. But these are all portable snacks. None of these are like sit-down restaurants. This is all something you can take on the go. So, yeah. So, snacks at Epcot. Let's start with one of our very favorite ones.
I love the fish and chips at the UK. I know we've talked about this to death. We love the fish and chips. But it is one of the most iconic snacks.
Yes.
And if you're looking for something different, my suggestion is the shrimp tacos from the Cantina de San Anel over in Mexico.
Always a good suggestion.
Or tacos de camarón, as they are labeled.
Ooh, fancy.
And I'm really butchering the Mexican language again, and I apologize to all of the people.
I think they call it Spanish now.
Is it Spanish? Not the Mexican. It's not like speaking English? Well, no, I don't speak English. I speak American.
That is a true statement.
These are Mexican corn-breaded shrimp on corn tortillas that are made actually, I think, right there in the Mexico Pavilion, as I do believe. They've got some cabbage and some salsa verde and some mango relish. And they're served with rice and black beans with a queso fresco, which I love. So it is a little more of a meal than just a snack. But, trash can table time, you can take them anywhere with you, really.
Well, and it's replacing the fish and chips option, which is also more of a heavier snack.
Also
could
true.
be a meal, so...
Which I also do like to sit down and eat.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, in this case, this is a good replacement. It still gives you that seafood that you're craving, but you get a little bit of a nice maybe margarita with it and stuff, which you can't really do over in the UK. You can get a nice heavy beer. But because of that, that's my suggestion for the replacement for fish and chips. Sue, what would you suggest?
My suggestion is to go over to Morocco, over to the Tangerine Cafe, and try the grilled chermoula chicken kebab. Now, this is grilled chicken. It's got those really lovely little char marks on them. They're cut into bite-sized pieces all on a stick, so it's very portable. Comes in a little container with a little bit of couscous and some chickpea salad and a really yummy garlic aioli. They also have a lamb option, Moroccan spice lamb, if you are into that instead.
I am.
But they have both of those right there at Tangerine Cafe in Morocco. Very, very portable, very shareable, and super yummy. It'll fill you up just as much as the fish and chips would, but just a little different take on that.
So, empanadas. Let's talk about the empanadas, because I love empanadas. But over in Mexico at the walk-up, what's it called? The Chorizo de Tacos place? No, what's it called?
Choza de Margarita.
That's the one, yes. You can get some really fantastic empanadas, and we watch a lot of other YouTube and vloggers and bloggers and people talking about food, and they always talk about the empanadas.
Well, and just to give a little description of those first before we suggest something else, they are the empanada de barbacoa. I believe you get 2 of them, if I'm remembering correctly. And they are empanadas that are filled with barbacoa beef, topped with chipotle sauce, crema mexicana, and queso fresco. And you get a little side of those corn esquites that we've talked about so many times.
And they're fantastic.
They are really good and shareable and filling.
But if you're tired of empanadas. My idea is to go over to Italy and grab some pizza from the pizza window in front of Via Napoli. You cannot go wrong. They have... I'm not even going to try to tell you how many different types of pizza because they do change every once in a while. Just take my advice. Go get a pizza slice. Hey, that rhymed. In Italy.
The only trick with that one is make sure that they're open because the window isn't always open.
True. During the off season or just quiet days, they tend to be closed. Or if it's raining.
But when you can get it, it's delicious.
It's fantastic.
And the other one, and we will just continue to beat this drum, folks. The other option is right there at Choza de Margarita, and it is the street corn.
It's so good.
It's
I'm
so
sorry.
good.
I know we talk about it a lot, but it's really that good.
So this is on the menu as the elote. It is sweet corn on the cob smothered with chipotle aioli, queso cotija, and Tajín chili lime powder. And it is so, so good. It's a disaster. You will make a mess. We like to sit on the steps.
Especially in the summer.
Yes. We like to sit on the steps outside the Mexico Pavilion. There's a little section in between the wall and the railing, so you're not going to get tripped over. And it's a perfect spot to just sit down and enjoy your elote and enjoy the nice sunshine and the breeze hopefully coming off the water. It's just delightful.
I didn't know corn on the cob could melt, but if you're there in the summer, I swear it does. I don't know. I think the crema just turns to liquid, runs down your hand, and you just lick it up. Oh, it's so good.
Or get napkins.
Well, the third thing is funnel cakes. Everybody loves funnel cakes. Here's just a little bit of trivia. Did you realize that the first funnel cakes in a theme park actually were at Silver Dollar City in Branson, Missouri?
I knew that.
That is true. They got them and got the recipe and the rights to sell them to other parks from a Amish group in Pennsylvania.
So cool.
I just love that.
Good job, Silver Dollar City.
But there's so many other things, kind of like turkey legs. There's other things than funnel cakes that will satiate you in the same way. Well, my suggestion would be go over to Germany and get the pretzel bread pudding. It's at Summerfest, which is the one that you can't see. You walk up like you're going into the restaurant, and as soon as you get behind the wall, there it is, facing the wrong way.
You just have to trust us. It's there.
And it is to die for.
And my suggestion is going to be over in France, over at Les Halles Boulangerie. And I'm going to recommend, you can't go wrong with literally anything in there. But as a specific alternative to a funnel cake, I'm going to suggest the tarte aux fraises, which is a strawberry tart. It's a tart shell that is filled with vanilla cream, and it's topped with fresh strawberries. And it is delicious. It still manages to be somehow light and airy, even though it has that heavy vanilla cream in there. It's so, so good. Nice and fresh, and definitely recommend that. Rod, what's up next?
Well, in that same kind of generic kind of snack, Mickey bars. I love Mickey bars. Everybody loves Mickey bars.
Premium ice cream bar.
Yeah.
It's a classic for a reason.
I love on the Disney Cruise Line that you can order those through room service for free 24/7. Well, as long as you're on the boat. Yeah, if you're not on the boat, it's a little hard. They don't throw them over to you.
We tried calling from home. They wouldn't bring us one.
Yeah, it's just weird.
Kind of rude.
Yeah. Like trying to use your Magic Band when you get off the boat or out of Disney World at, like, Taco Bell. It's weird that they don't take it. So my option would be to go over to Italy again and go to the Gelateria Toscano. Can you tell I only speak American? Yeah. Gelateria Toscano. You can get several different flavors of gelato here. Singles, doubles, triples, waffle cones, cups. Again, they change frequently. Right now, they've got vanilla, cookies and cream, mint chocolate chip, strawberry, espresso. They always have a flavor of the month. That's where you're going to hit your sweet spot, though, is forget the Mickey bars. Go get some gelato.
Or you could go back over to France. I keep recommending France, but everything there is just so good. So I'm going to go over to L'Artisan de Glace and recommend, again, something that we recommend quite a bit, but the brioche ice cream sandwich. It's called the croque glacé. It is 1 scoop of your choice of ice cream, your choice of sauce, and it's in a homemade brioche bun, and it's pressed warm like a panini. It doesn't squish flat. There's like a hole in the panini press so that the bun stays nice and fluffy. And then you can choose your sauce that goes in there, which is either going to be chocolate, caramel, or strawberry. And then they have all kinds of ice cream. They have vanilla, chocolate, caramelized pecan, cinnamon caramel, coconut, white chocolate, coffee, caramel fleur de sel, mango sorbet, raspberry sorbet. They've got so many options. You can just squish it right in there in that fresh, warm bun with the nice, cool ice cream. Cannot go wrong. It is so good, and there's endless flavor combinations.
Nothing better than warm buns and cold ice cream.
Hey, I like big buns.
Yeah, I can't lie. Well, let's talk about caramel corn, because I love me some caramel corn. Little known fact, we used to have a store growing up that sold caramel corn. So
the best caramel corn.
We've actually handmade caramel corn. So we love caramel corn. I should
There's
stop
an
saying
art to
caramel
it.
corn.
There is an art to it. You have to add all the ingredients one at a time into the copper kettle. You have to stir it with a little wooden stick, and you have to be watching so that when the smoke turns blue, you add in the baking powder.
I love that.
You
I love
have
that
to
we
be
actually
watching for it.
have that in our history. But caramel couche, or caramel couche, however it's pronounced in Germany, sells some of the best caramel corn you're going to find using Werther's caramel. However, other than caramel corn, my suggestion is go over to Canada and grab some maple popcorn. It's really the only other flavored corn you're going to find in all of Epcot. They have popcorn all over the place. Caramel corn is fantastic, but the maple popcorn in Canada at the little walk-up kiosk right there, oh, yes, please. It is so good. It's really only second on my palate to the honey popcorn you can get over in Critter Country at Disneyland.
I love that stuff outside Winnie the Pooh.
Mm-hmm.
They used to have a trio of different flavored popcorns over in front of the Land Pavilion. And I don't think they have come back. If anyone knows if that cart has come back, let us know. But last time we went by there, it wasn't open, or we didn't notice, which could also be the case.
Well, because it's always just Mickey bars and popcorn and pretzels, things that we've been talking about.
But they used to have a buffalo spiced popcorn, and they had a sour cream and onion popcorn for a while. So there were some other ones, but get the maple. That maple one in Canada is so good.
What would you suggest, Sis?
As an alternative to caramel corn, I would suggest staying right there in caramel couche and getting the Werther's Original Caramel Butter Bar. This is very rich, very shareable. It is Werther's Original Caramel, and it's melty and gooey and delicious, and it's layered onto a buttery shortbread cookie. It is beyond rich. All you need is a bite of this thing, and it'll get you through.
Yum.
But oh my gosh, it is so, so good. So if you are craving that caramel flavor, opt for this one over the caramel corn.
And if you can find someplace to get you a big glass of milk, it really needs it.
Or if it's a cool enough day, a nice hot cup of coffee.
All right, let's talk about the other thing you can get at the walk-up in Mexico. Frozen margaritas.
Yeah, our last two are going to be beverages.
Yeah, this is one of my favorites. Their tricolored margarita, along with the street corn and the empanadas, fantastic. But what else can you get instead of a standard frozen margarita? Well, walk inside, go to La Cava, and get literally anything. La Cava is the walk-up that is the bar that serves tequilas and tequila drinks and chips and guac, and you cannot go wrong. Except, I'm just going to tell you, they do have an ant-based rim that they'll put on the glass if you ask them to. Don't ask them to do it for me. Not eating ants.
They also have a side of crickets if you want them. So.
Yum. No, thank you. But anything else at La Cava.
There are lots of good choices in there, so pick whatever you like, but have it made fresh for you right there.
Yeah.
Another option for instead of a frozen margarita from La Choza would be to go all the way across the lake over to Japan to Katsura Grill and try the violet sake. It's a beautiful, beautiful drink, very Instagrammable. It's a sake-based drink. It's frozen. Depending on what time you're there of the year, it stays frozen for a very short amount of time.
Turns to liquid very quickly.
If you've had the violet lemonade during Flower and Garden Festival, it's similar to that, but with an alcoholic punch to it because it's got that sake behind it, and it is delicious and beautiful. So we're actually going to give you a third option on this one because there are so many delicious beverages at Epcot, as I'm sure you know. And this third option is going to be back over at Morocco at Oasis Sweets and Sips. And this is the frozen mint tea. It is the absolute perfect thing to sip on a hot day at Epcot. It is light, it is refreshing, it is frozen, again, for a very short amount of time, but it is such a good choice. They have it as a non-alcoholic version, and then they have it with gin, which if you have listened to podcasts at all and you've heard me talk about my personal preferences, a gin beverage is always my favorite go-to beverage. So they add in Bombay Sapphire, which happens to be my favorite brand. So it is a perfect substitute if you want to try something a little different from a regular frozen margarita.
Lastly, Starbucks. Everybody loves Starbucks.
And everybody has one in your hometown.
Yeah. My suggestion, besides getting like a Starbucks frappe. Frappuccino.
They're
yes.
fancy.
Walk over to Norway. Go to Kringla Bakery og Cafe. And I apologize to everybody in Norway. But yeah, that's my version of what that looks like it should sound like. Anyway, and get the Viking coffee. We've mentioned this a couple times. It is coffee with Bailey's and coffee liqueur. You can also get it frozen, and it will include a coffee chocolate sauce and some crunch on top. And oh yeah, there you go. Forget Starbucks. Forget Joffrey's. Keep walking. Go to the cafe in Norway. Get the Viking coffee. Boozy coffee always wins out.
Amen. And the other option for this one, instead of a regular Starbucks Frappuccino, which, again, always delightful, but you can get one at your local grocery store. So we recommend going back over to France, because I keep recommending France. Going back to L'Artisan de Glace, and you can get Café Glacé. And this is an iced cappuccino with 1 scoop of ice cream and whipped cream. And again, you can choose your flavor of ice cream to go in there with the delightful iced cappuccino and the whipped cream. And it's just a perfect, wonderful, caffeinated bite. This one is not alcoholic, but they also have an ice cream martini. So here's your third choice.
Of course they do.
It's at the same place in France, L'Artisan de Glace. And it is 2 scoops of your choice of ice cream in a little martini glass, which is adorable. And you get a shot of Grand Marnier or whipped cream vodka or rum. And that's it. It's basically a boozy float.
Yes.
So again,
yes, please.
Doesn't stay frozen for very long, so enjoy it quickly. But oh man, so good.
All right. I'll say it. You can also go get a shaken Jamaican, or as we call them, shaky Jamaicans. Thank you, Molly and Alan and Max. Yeah, shaky Jamaicans. I do start my day usually. Actually, we both do. Usually start with a shaky Jamaican. A little room for cream and some caramel and some vanilla. But I mean, I love Starbucks too. I think we go there all the time. But again, it's in our hometown. If we're at Disney World, I want something different.
There's one between us and the freeway right now. I mean, if you're at Epcot, celebrate a little.
So, folks, that's the 7 most underrated snacks, in our opinion. Basically, the real popular ones and things you can try instead of those 7 really popular ones.
Yeah, and actually, we ended up giving you about 16.
That's true. It's more like 16 instead of 7. Good point. So let us know what you like to have as a snack when you go to Epcot. Do you like the Mickey pretzels? Oh, prove us wrong. Say you love them. I don't care. All the snacks are good at Epcot because they're at Epcot.
That's right. Anything at Epcot is a better snack than not at Epcot.
Exactly. Before we go, we'd like to give a big thank you to our family and friends for their help and support. Our theme music composer is Jason Patrick Rowan, whose music is licensed through Pond 5. And, of course, thank you, Phoenicians.
Thank you, Phoenicians. And don't forget to rate, review, like, and subscribe. It really does help other people find us. Don't forget you can also click that share button. If you like a particular episode, you can share it with your friends. You can find us on social media on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and wherever you listen to podcasts. The Epcotian Adventure is a $1,000 brunch production and a proud gold member of D23.
Thanks for joining us today for episode 72 of the Epcotian Adventure. I'm Rod.
And I'm Sue.
And we'll see you in line.
Bye.
Go over and get some nice Italian pizza over in the Italy. I'm not going to take that.
That was really bad.
That was really bad.
I'm a good win.